Hi, I'm Marina De Castro, and I will be walking you through the objectives for my major, Advertising Art. I will show you the various works I have done for each objective. Objective 1 is to apply the principles and elements of design to both online and offline deliverables. Using various lines and curves, I created this cross-contour drawing using various lines and curves to create a 3D effect that otherwise would have been 2D. So I checked out the objective with principles of art and design, using lines, and being offline. For my self-portrait, I created in my style, using various art and design elements, and it being on offline deliverable. The next three designs were created using lines, colors, and shapes and elements that were online deliverable from Adobe Illustrator, and that completes that objective. On to the next objective is to leverage the understanding of human behavior and conditioning to influence choice and decision making using innovative methods and systems. I grabbed various artworks that express emotion and feeling to get their point across for others to feel or empathize. I created a poster that gave off an emotion of empowerment for other women to identify with from countercultures, and I called it Women Equality. By understanding the woman and the time, I created a poster that reflected that. Similar to this next one, I created a poster that shows confidence in bold lettering and color, but understand that sometimes a bold person can be shy with insecurity. The next is a movie poster from Harry Potter. I was able to create this to show emotion or passion that occurs in the movie. A lot is going on with the games and the emotions of the various characters throughout, so the greenish blue color carries that throughout the poster. With the custom pattern chair mockup, I created a pattern that most people would pick for their space or area, and by using a poll with actual answers for people online, I was able to get a winner for the blue crescent moon pattern. For the next objective is to follow branding guidelines for all visual communication to maintain a consistent and cohesive message throughout design and execution. My personal brand follows the guidelines of staying with the same elements and color scheme to keep the brand clear and cohesive. The same goes for the energy drink advertisements. I wanted to keep the entire brand and keep the color scheme, elements, and typography similar to each other to keep the brand and overall style the same to create a state of cohesiveness. As for the infographic I created based on my major, I made the look have a pastel look to feel light and easy on the eyes. To keep the visual consistent and cohesive, I tried to make things balanced with the evenness of the plates or drinks, along with the information on the chair. On to the next is with Prediction Studios. I joined a project called Catalyst, which is a future game. I have been creating UI assets to be implemented into the game and have been keeping the overall style the same throughout to keep the brand on point with sci-fi and cat-like features. Moving forward to Objective 4, I had to create 2D, 3D, and multimedia assets that incorporate compelling storytelling for the promotion of people, products, and organizations. I redesigned a package for the brand Hostess to create an updated modern look that made it more appealing to those to enjoy in the modern age. As for my 3D modeled robot, I created it to represent kitchen or baking items. I took various shot types to create a story of a robot competing against another robot. I designed a magazine article that I created for my brother's band to emphasize and promote them for their new album. For storyboarding, I created a multimedia asset that creates a story using various shots, angles, and sounds and music to promote the brand and organization that the story would go under. For Objective 5 is to demonstrate the ability to build quality content that includes video, photography, web design, and visual effects, using the most advanced digital tools for media consumption. The first one I created is an ad for Oreo. I used various softwares such as CapCut and Photoshop to create advertisements that are designed for people to see and want to buy Oreo. The next is the same band, and I created a website using Visual Studio Code. The entire website is made from scratch and is an improvement upon their old one, and was created for fans and other music industries to be interested in seeing more from them. With Storytoy Daycare, I built the website also in Visual Studio Code to create this brand or product that entices kids to use to keep their memories of their toys safe online. I also created this next website in Visual Studio Code and made it accessible and interactive for the average user to use by storing information and creating a database for them for future use. For the last objective, I had to learn the best practices and utilize tools that model creative agency, environments, and production studios. The first example is Project Catalyst from Production Studios, where I learned how to communicate with others through meetings, team building activities, and use teamwork to get work done. It showed me how to understand a gaming studio would function. For my Student Innovation Project, or SIP, I created Spice Hexes for artists who want to learn more and understand the art world. Understanding the brand and target audience, I was able to design the website to what my audience would like and to understand in the future how to tailor website builds to clients. With the same story from storyboarding, I created a mini story through PowerPoint to bring a written story to life. I was able to understand how an animation studio would function from understanding shot lists, panels, and scripts to complete a project. All of my works reflect who I am through these objectives. Each one has a story and is created uniquely, while still keeping close to the objective of my major, advertising art. Thank you.